someone is
Yes.
assumed to be guilty.
Yes, yes, yes.
But
And then we can't keep living a jungle justice life where you sit behind your screen, you sit in the comfort of your homes, and then you pass the judgment. It doesn't work that way. So they still need to be protected, really.
One interesting thing that I really saw is the fact that quite a number of people just felt, it became a topic of discussion yesterday, even on the Freesis show on Facebook. And I felt like they are underage. Even the detained students are underage.
Yeah.
And even if they were kept in a remand or something, they are due. One of the things we owe them, they have the right to fair hearing.
They have the right to fair hearing. However, I'm going to speak from my field. Whatever comes out of this situation, okay, we still need to go back home. We still need to know, okay, what nurse hatched these children, whether they were guilty
Or
or not.
otherwise,
So
whether they
people
are found
guilty or exactly. So people should fine whatever, okay, the outcome that led to this, okay, it's bizarre. It's looking at it from morality, looking at it from whatever. I don't want to go into that. But so long as a child's name is in a black book attached to something
like this.
like this, then the parents need to be called out.
So rather than people even slamming the children, I think they should have been slamming the
We
parents.
should look home. Let's go back to the nest.
Where did they
Okay,
come from?
okay, the nest that hatched you. How were you incubated? Okay, how? What happened? So people should start looking inwards much more than nailing
The
actions.
perpetrator.
Yeah, they are not yet perpetrators because we cannot. Yeah, George, we can't.
We can't
arrive
particularly
at,
say this also happened.
Yeah, a conclusive word at the moment.
I like this one. Is an inside page of the Punch newspaper. It says only dead bandits are repentant, and that's coming from my governor. I have a state each that I love across the federation, and my governor in the north. Two of them, Professor Babagana Zulum of Borno State, and I'm sorry. When I say my governor, I mean governors that I particularly want to be a member of a citizen of their state, indigenous of their state. So I either adopt Babagana Zulum as a godfather, and I use Uncle Nasir Erufai as an uncle. So Kaduna, and I love Uncle Nasir. I think I should be calling him Uncle Nasir Sef. People who know him telling me he has a little sister in Lagos. He has a niece in Lagos who has adopted him as an uncle.
I have to conduct a DNA to know whether it's
no, we don't need DNA test to adopt Nimokwe certificate. I'm only waiting for him to make it official. She called me and I'm willing to make it official anytime. But he said, no repentant bandits, only dead ones are repentant. But NSC this year has nabbed this 53-year-old bricklayer in Kwara State who was said to have raped his friend's teenage daughter. I would have thought that we were way past the issue of rape. I know we just finished the 16 days of activism, but isn't this one of the things that we should not be hearing again? But let's not forget that some people are still marrying teenagers as well, underage teenagers.
What if I let you know that the 16 days activism,
Yes.
gender-based violence, what if I let you know that a lot of people didn't hear about it? Some people didn't hear about it.
They didn't know we were doing it.
They didn't know about it. So I'm going somewhere that we still, in the Nigeria we live in, we still live in a dark world.
Like we are not available.
Then, two, people choose what they want to hear.
Okay.
So long as it has to do with something that, touches down on what they are involved in and all,
Yes.
they switch off. It doesn't concern them. So we need to, we have a very serious issue at hand when it comes to social issues. people are selective as far as what they want to hear, what they want to read, what they want to listen to. So if, for example, God forbid, I'm a perpetrator, and then you're telling me you're into an activism, and then that concerns me, do you think I'm going to pay attention to it? No. So when you say that, okay, going by the 16 days, and then yet we're still having people rape teenagers, people doing this and that. The truth is they didn't hear it, they didn't see it. What they wanted to do, they did. But one thing I would just want us to understand
Is our punishment not enough?
That's where I'm
Auntie
going.
Wemi, you're the one that has been dealing with these children.
Yes.
And we just talked about the nest where they come from. Now, the society is part of that nest.
Yes.
Now, when we have a society that doesn't protect these little ones, are we not damaging
one
our
thing I
future?
want us to do, which I know that someday we will get there, is this. We need to start naming the perpetrators. Okay, let's stop covering up their identities and just say a 53-year-old man. Okay, bring them, not just bring them the book. Let's come up with a book where we register their names, their pictures all over
I thought
the
we had a
place.
sex offender register.
Yes, we should effect it from the highest level to the grassroots level, so that everybody knows that the law that applies to you is the same thing that applies
To me.
Okay, the fact that I'm well placed doesn't mean I'm above the law. Okay, so by
I
the
get
time,
punished the same way you get punished.
yes, by the time these laws are in place,
Okay.
by the time we begin to effect them, okay, and then we carry them out, then it's easier for people to think before they go into
act.
such a thing.
All right, let's take a look again at the Guardian newspaper this morning. I'd like us to look at the banner headline: Electoral Bill, Senators delay recess, collect signatures to override Buhari. We'll decide next line of action in 2022, says Gbajabiamila. You have 30 days to override president or remove contentious clauses from bill. CSOs tells the National Assembly. Falana to Buhari, a beneficiary of direct primary, reasons for rejecting bill misleading. That's quite deep. Falana saying to President Muhammad Buhari, who is a beneficiary of direct primary, now rejecting the bill is a bit misleading. We're not scared of direct primary, governors insist, so why not? President has rubbished democracy, the NCA front. The NCA front is talking. Right, Aisha Buhari directs staff to vacate office till further notice. We're helpless. We're helpless over Army's inability to target bandits' location, says Nasir El-Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State. Shoyinka tasked Buhari on probe of political murders. And Senate prolongs 2021 budget lifespan, passes finance bill. All right, declare a state of emergency in the northwest. Others over insecurity. Islamic clerics urge federal government over 1,000 cargoes trapped at Lagos port as Sava records downtime. We'll be back with more stories from the papers after this break.
Morning. There is this emergency, Magodo. The place is blocked everywhere.
Okay.
Protest.
Who's protesting?
Want to take
They
over
want
the
to
whole of
pull
Magodo.
down a particular. They want to pull down some properties.
So,
So
I have
residents
visuals,
are at the gate
gates.
protesting, and they are stopping all the equipment and
Nobody's
tractors,
going in,
and
nobody's coming out.
going in and nobody's
So I have the visuals so that you can just use
Okay.
part of the
Magodo
Magodo residents here.
phase
My
one.
bag,
Phase
my
one,
glasses.
phase one, phase two, everywhere.
Is
Hurry
it
up, hurry up.
my site?
Your side, Shangi side.
Phase
That's
two.
Magodo. That's
It's phase 2, ba?
Here.
here. This Magodo.
This is phase 1.
Uh,
Tedola phase
Hurry,
1.
hurry.
no, it wouldn't take phase one.
Tedola phase 1.
This phase two, Abi.
So it's phase 2.
The whole of Magodo, this gate, the Honeyland gate.
That's not my
the
glasses.
Shangicha
It's
gate.
inside the bag.
So what do they want to pull down? Àwọn ọmọ onílẹ̀. Ṣé àwọn onílẹ̀ ló fẹ́ o? àwọn ọmọ onílẹ̀ ló fẹ́ wo
Ó
ni.
fẹ́ wo ẹ̀ náà. Ọlọ́run àgbà kọ́sì jẹ́ ìgbìyànjú.
Àwọn ilé wo náà?
Ó gba àwọn ilé wọn ti mark. You will see.
Eh?
Inside my good, the whole.
They said the houses are old, like old houses. They want them to renovate, to make them look good.
Auntie, you're not taking my picture.
No.
So they cancelled some houses that is really
Somebody should be snapping my Timo Woggy.